Hello everyone. In this lecture we will discuss about pituitary gland. As you know, pituitary gland is a part of endocrine system. It is an endocrine gland and it secretes different types of hormones which are necessary for regulating physiological activities in the body. So pituitary gland, here we can see the diagram of pituitary gland. It is hanged from hypothalamus at the base of the midbrain. So hypothalamus, which is a part of brain, it is a part of our forebrain, and from the hypothalamus it is a stalk, and this stalk is known as hypophyseal stalk, and from the hypophyseal stalk a P-shaped structure which is known as pituitary gland is hanged. So once again, location, it is hanged from hypothalamus at the base of the midbrain. Pituitary gland can be divided into three parts. Number one, anterior pituitary, which is larger in size and it secretes a number of hormones. This one is the intermediate lobe of pituitary gland. It is underdeveloped in human being, but it is fully developed in some small mammals such as sheep, goat, rabbit, etc. Now the third lobe, which is known as posterior lobe, here it is smaller in size than anterior pituitary and it secretes two hormones only, and these are oxytocin and ADH or antidiuretic hormone. So hypothalamus controls the activity of endocrine gland, and endocrine gland secretes stimulating hormones or tropic hormones, and it controls or regulates different activities of other endocrine glands. That's why pituitary gland is known as master gland. It is known as master gland because it controls the activities of other endocrine gland by secreting tropic hormones or stimulating hormones. But again, hypothalamus controls the activities of master gland. That's why it is known as master of master glands. Master of master gland. So pituitary gland is known as master gland because it controls activities of other endocrine gland, and hypothalamus is called as master of master gland because it controls activities of pituitary gland by releasing RH or IH. Here RH means releasing hormone and IH means inhibiting hormone. So by the secretion of these two different types of hormones, hypothalamus controls activities of master gland, means pituitary gland. Size of master gland or pituitary gland. It is about 0.5 gram in weight, and it is a P-shaped structure, and its size is also just like a pea, a small pea. So 0.5 gram in weight, and it is P-shaped structure. It is the smallest endocrine gland, but it is the smallest endocrine gland, but it secretes a number of hormones and they secrete physiology and forms a number of cells so that general growth of the body can take place. So it stimulates growth of the body by stimulating body cells. So function, at first function of growth hormone, general growth of body, general growth of the body. Now deficiency and excessive amount of this hormone causes different types of disorders. So at first, deficiency of GH. Deficiency of GH causes dwarfism. So dwarfism is the condition, is the disorders which is caused due to deficiency of GH or growth hormone. Now, excessive, it is also known as hyposecretion of growth hormone. Hyposecretion of growth hormone, and next is hypersecretion of growth hormone. Hypersecretion of GH, which is also known as oversecretion of GH causes gigantism. It is a condition in which person's height becomes about 2.7 meters. So gigantism is caused when hypersecretion or oversecretion of GH takes place in childhood. Whereas acromegaly, it is a condition in which bones of the face as well as bones of hands and legs increase in its length, and it is a condition which takes place in adult if oversecretion of GH takes place. So it is acromegaly. So here, due to deficiency of GH in the childhood, dwarfism can take place, and hypersecretion of GH in childhood may cause gigantism, and in adult it causes acromegaly. Next hormone secreted from anterior lobe is TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone or TSH stimulates thyroid gland for the secretion of thyroxine. So it stimulates thyroid gland to secrete sufficient amount of thyroxine. Means it controls secretion of thyroxine. Now number 3, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic. Number 3, ACTH means adrenocorticotropic hormone. It stimulates adrenal cortex. It stimulates adrenal cortex to release different types of corticoids. As you know, corticoids are of 3 types. These are glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, and adrenal corticoids, which is also known as sex corticoids. In this way, ACTH means adrenocorticotropic hormone, and it stimulates adrenal cortex to secrete corticoids hormones. Next is FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. It is follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. It stimulates ovaries to release estrogen hormone, as well as it helps in regulating development of follicle such as Graafian follicle, and also it stimulates sperm for spermatogenesis, means formation of sperm. Now number 5, GTH, gonadotropic hormone. Gonadotropic hormone. Gonadotropic hormone stimulates our gonads. Our gonads stimulates gonads. Gonads in males, testes, and in females, ovaries. So it stimulates gonads for what? For formation of testosterone, as well as formation of sperms in the testes, by the testes in males, and it stimulates ovaries in the females, so that progesterone hormone is secreted in proper amount, and also it helps in formation of eggs or ova in the ovaries. Number 6, prolactin. Prolactin, it is secreted from anterior lobe of pituitary, and it helps in secretion and releasing milk after childbirth. In the females. So prolactin helps in secretion of and releasing milk after childbirth. So these are some important hormones which are secreted from anterior lobe of pituitary. Now we are discussing about the hormones secreted from posterior lobe of pituitary. Posterior lobe of pituitary. Here number 1 is ADH. It is also known as antidiuretic hormone. So antidiuretic hormone, which is also known as vasopressin, and vasopressin helps in or regulates formation of urine. Formation of urine is regulated by ADH hormone, and also it increases blood pressure. It increases blood pressure mostly in the glomerulus, so that filtration of blood takes place. So formation of urine and increases blood pressure, these are the two important functions of ADH or antidiuretic hormone. And second hormone which is secreted from posterior lobe is oxytocin. So oxytocin helps in vigorous contraction in the uterine wall during childbirth, and it is also known as labor. So during labor it stimulates or it regulates or controls vigorous contraction in the uterine wall at or during childbirth. So during childbirth it regulates vigorous contraction in the uterine wall. And second function of oxytocin is it helps in ejection of milk after childbirth to feed newly born baby. So oxytocin helps in two functions. It regulates two functions. Number one is it regulates vigorous contraction in the uterine wall during childbirth, and second is it helps in ejection of milk. In this way, these are the two important hormones secreted from posterior lobe of pituitary. So here pituitary gland is the gland which controls activities of endocrine glands by stimulating or tropic hormone. So what do you mean by tropic hormone? Tropic or stimulating hormones are the hormones which are secreted from anterior lobe of pituitary, and they stimulate or regulate different endocrine glands to perform their activities in proper way, or you can say it controls the secretion of other hormones from other endocrine glands by stimulating or by controlling different endocrine glands. That's why it is known as master gland. So tropic hormones, examples of tropic or stimulating hormones are ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, or FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, etc. So these are the examples of tropic or stimulating hormones which control activities of other endocrine glands by stimulating them. So in this way, master gland means pituitary gland, and it is controlled by hypothalamus by secreting, releasing or inhibiting hormone, and in this way it is the superpower of endocrine system, means hypothalamus is called as master of master gland. So in the next class or lecture we will discuss endocrine system at a glance. So you must watch my next video and subscribe my channel also. Thanks.